Today we're going to talk about multiplication algorithm. So first let's start with the definition of multiplication. So multiplication is when you have a bunch of groups of the same size and you add them up or count the content of the groups. So to better understand this, let's start with a problem. So 2,379 times 1,204. So let's look at the definition. So you have a bunch of groups of the same size, and you add them up and count the content of the groups. So we have one group of 2,379, and you have a bunch of them. Now, the amount of groups of this number is 1,204. So let's write this out. We have two supercubes. We have 3 flats, 7 rods, and 9 singles. So we want to multiply this amount times 1,204. Now, what we can do, just like addition and subtraction, we can break this up into multiple different steps. So just like adding and subtracting, we can start with the ones place or the singles. So we have 9 times 4. So this means 9 singles times 4 groups of singles. 4 groups of 9 singles. So we have this many 9 singles times 4. So this would be 9, another 9, Alright, so now, just like the definition, you add up the contents of the groups. So since we're doing this first step, we add up the amount. Now, it's just like if you add up all these, it's just like multiplying 9 times 4, which is 36. Alright, so this means we have 6 singles and 3 rods. So we always put the singles place right here. So this would be 6. And since we have 3 rods, we move this 3 to the rods place. So now we're in the rods place. So we do 7 times 4 because you have a bunch of groups of the same size and you add up the content of the groups. So 7 times 4, so this would be 7 rods and 4 groups of 7. So we have 7. Now this is 4 groups of 7. So if we add it up, since you add up the contents of the groups, you would get 28. Now, we still have this 3 here of rods, so we have 28 plus 3, which would be 31. Now, this is the rods place right here, this 1. So we put the 1 right here and carry this 3 to the flats place. Now we can do another step. 3 times 4 is 12. So that would mean we have 3 flats, 4 groups of 3 flats. So we have one group here and another. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, we are adding up the content of the groups. So since we separated this into another step, this would equal, if you added this up, it would equal 12. Now this 2 is in the flats place, so we put this 2 here, and this is a supercube. In the supercube place, and add the 1. So now we're multiplying 2 times 4. So in other words, 2 supercubes times 4. So 4 groups of 2 supercubes. So we have